Tonight, the town releases the latest numbers of COVID-19 cases in town. What do the numbers say in the midst of the Omicron variant as we enter year number 3 in this ongoing pandemic? We'll have the very latest. A Massachusetts senator reintroduces a measure on Capitol Hill designed to keep your community TV station like ACMi on the air and delivering hyper-local content. And politically, the stakes have never been higher. ACMi stages its Yuletide tree lighting ceremony this week at 85 Park Ave. And gee, the traffic was really terrific. A lot of jolly happy souls turned out. Well over 200 jolly happy souls. And roughly the same number of people ditched the sleigh ride and instead grabbed their bicycles for a 22-mile Jingle Ride from Arlington to the hub and back. All the time looking like this. These stories and much more as ACMi News starts right now.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered. We're your neighbors, a friend you can turn to, giving you stories that count from people who care, dedicated, determined, dependable. This is ACMi News.
As the state goes, so does our community. Coronavirus infections are rising in Arlington, according to the latest state numbers. Hello, I'm Anim Osmani.
And I'm Paul Werlin. But if there's a silver lining, Arlington still remains below the statewide case rate. This week, Arlington had a positive test rate of 2.01%. That's up from 1.6% just last week. The statewide rate stands at 5.1%. The State Department of Public Health reported nearly 5,500 new COVID-19 cases statewide and 27 new deaths as of late last week. The number of new cases in the state has been above 5,000 per day for much of the week, something we have not seen in almost a year. The latest December vaccine report shows the number of residents who are fully vaccinated has risen to nearly 5 million people statewide, with about 81% of Arlington residents fully vaccinated and 91% partially vaccinated. Town Manager Adam Chapdelaine says Arlington leaders are doing the best they can to get the doses out there. And as work continues in that vein, any future clinics will be publicized, so those people who need a vaccine shot can get it. No doubt, COVID has clearly taken a toll on our workforce. Healthcare workers in cities and towns across the country have been on the front lines of this war now for 2 years. Like other states, Massachusetts is the beneficiary of a significant influx of federal funds via the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA as it's known. Between a state surplus and ARPA funds, there's roughly $4 billion to help get us through these hard times. This week, ACMi's communications manager James Milan talked to State Senator Cindy Friedman, who outlined plans to get that money to those who need it most.
What we've done is we've done a lot of focus on workforce and giving people hazard pay, getting people bonuses. We've done over $123 million just in loan forgiveness for behavioral health and primary care. We've focused on our essential workforce, healthcare workers, health service, so people who work in group homes or personal care attendants, giving them some hazard pay, and again, looking at scholarships and loan forgiveness so that we can get people into the system, and so that we can keep these services going, because they're critical and people aren't getting the care that they need because there aren't people that are coming into the workforce.
It's kind of an unusual thing, right, for the government to be doing.
Yes.
Is really trying to get incentives and rewards, in a sense, to people who are on the front lines of this particular war.
Right. And you know, this is a problem that's been a long time coming. I mean, if you just look at behavioral health care, we've so underfunded behavioral health care. We've so, the rates that we pay people to deliver these services has been so low for so long. And then the pandemic comes, it exacerbates things because people are sicker, more people need care, and the people who are providing that care are just saying, I can't do this, I can't do it anymore, I can't make enough money to make ends meet.
Arlington expects to receive more than $35 million in funds. To see more about what State Senator Friedman has to say on this and other topics, including the current COVID state of affairs, just go to the ACMi website, acmi.tv.
Arlington's Leadership Enrichment Adventure Project, or LEAP, is running a holiday drive through December 20th with the Housing Corporation of Arlington, the Arlington Public School System, and the Town Youth Counseling Center. And this year, with everything up in the air, they need your help now more than ever. So far, more than 100 residents in this community have been identified as at risk of having very little, if anything, for the holidays. ACMi's News Director Jeff Barnes talked to volunteers who are doing what they can to make things just a little bit better for those less fortunate.
And what we try to do is with the families, we try to be in touch with them and find out what their needs are,
Right.
and get wish lists for the kids even. And we, starting last year, we've been doing this since 2015 in a very small way, and it's grown bigger and bigger. Starting last year, the Chamber of Commerce has partnered with us, which has been really helpful. And so starting last year, we were able to get like new coats and new boots and things for kids that need them and adults that need them. So we've given out this year like 15 coats and boots to kids already. And we've got a lot more to give out this week because it's already cold. And we really don't want the coats and boots to be their Christmas presents because they're just basic needs.
Right, you're dealing with life's essentials right now.
Right, we have families that need toilet paper and paper towels and stuff desperately, or we gave out diapers to someone already who just desperately needed them. They have a 3-month-old. So, the essentials, we try not to make their Christmas presents. We just try to meet that need.
Nat, how does it feel to be helping these people who are less fortunate, especially during these very tough times?
I love it. It absolutely just melts. My heart is so full at the end of the day, giving back to all these people who don't have enough and who need things, and just continuing to play Santa Claus, or play an elf, as I like to call it. It's just incredible. It reaches so far and it puts so many smiles on people's faces. It's amazing. And I want to say that in terms of how people can help, we'll also, I'm sure, be looking for volunteers to help drop things off at varying locations. So we're always happy to get people who want to be added to our list of drivers. And yeah, it's just, my heart is so full. I love it. I got involved last year, and this year I was like, heck yeah, I'm in again.
We're not too far out from the holidays, Christmas and New Year's. What can people do, or where can they reach you to help you out, to maybe donate or to give a donation in some way, shape, or form? Well,
they can do a couple of things. If they want to donate something practical, toys or a gift card or whatever, they can call me. My number is 781-219-7619. And my email is really easy. It's my whole name. It's KIMKAYHOLT@gmail.com. And, we need things for the seniors, like, little big print crossword books and stuff like that. And just anything that would be nice in a little bag for seniors. And we need all sorts of things for kids. And we need Stop and Shop gift cards. And we need Best Buy or Amazon and things, gift cards for the teens. And we need just everything for kids.
The majority of the families desperately need winter coats, boots, other shoes, and clothes. They also need scarves, hats, and gloves for the kids and the parents. Kim Holt has asked Arlington's Chamber of Commerce to reach out to its members and to ask for donations of gifts, toys, and gift certificates, wrapping paper, gift bags, and grocery gift cards. Again, if you are able to help in any way, please contact Kim Holt at 781-219-7619.
The first wings of the new Arlington High School are set to open in late February 2022. And once that is complete, the next phase of construction to the new high school begins. This according to the AHS building project. The AHS Building Committee hosted a virtual forum on Wednesday, December 15th to lay out exactly what students and their families can expect as they transition into the new classrooms. The meeting also outlined the next phase of the massive high school construction project. Town leaders say the auditorium is set to be completed by April of next year.
A 2-alarm fire broke out at a single-family home on Florence Avenue Wednesday, December 15th. Arlington Fire Chief Kevin Kelly told ACMi News fire crews from Engine 3 got the call at 10:17 a.m. and arrived on the scene of the blaze at 279 Florence Avenue. Apparently, the owner of the home was doing a home project with a cutting torch, and flames spread quickly to the side and back of the house. Kelly says the home is occupied by a married couple and their dog. No injuries were reported, but the structure sustained heavy fire and water damage. Even though it appears to be an accident, an investigation is pending.
This week, Massachusetts Senator Ed Markey and several lawmakers on Capitol Hill reintroduced the Protecting Community Television Act legislation to ensure community television operators like ACMi continue to receive the resources they need to inform viewers and communities where they operate. ACMi News Director Jeff Barnes interviewed Senator Markey when he first introduced the measure 2 years ago, during the Trump years. The senator says, given the ongoing pandemic, this act is needed now more than ever.
The Protecting Community Television Act clarifies that the franchise fees that cable companies provide local governments only include the monetary assessments, not in-kind contributions. So, okay, what's that mean? Well, currently, local governments are permitted to require that cable companies meet demonstrated community needs by providing in-kind contributions that benefit schools, public safety buildings, and public educational and government channels, also known as community television stations like ACMi. But in August of 2019, the FCC voted to permit cable companies to assign a value to those contributions and then subtract that amount from the franchise fees the cable operator pays the local community. As a result, local governments have to decide between supporting community television stations and cable franchise agreements and supporting other important services for the community, like the schools and the libraries.
The local cable access channel is they're the common. They're where everyone comes together. And it's for the community issues, it's for the community high school sports, it's for the public meetings that take place, it's everything. And so we just have to protect it.
Senator Ed Markey says it's no secret. Community TV is a critical part of our society, giving a voice to nonprofits, artists, local governments, and other community members who otherwise struggle to be heard.
Yeah, when something big is going on in Arlington, and Channel 4, 5, and 7, Channel 10, they show up for that couple of hours. They put on a program for 2 minutes that evening. Local cable access is still there in Arlington. They're going to continue to cover it. And if people want to learn about that issue, they're going to have to turn to the cable access channel. That's Arlington.
Throughout this ongoing pandemic, viewers in Massachusetts and indeed across the country have relied on community media to stay safe, healthy, and informed. It's very critical that we preserve these TV operations that lift up local voices and air the programming that's relevant to the lives of our loved ones and obviously our neighbors. Sponsors of this measure say the Protecting Community Television Act goes a long way to correcting what they say are unfair policies and ensures that access to local media and government transparency exist well into the future.
And I just want to thank you at Arlington Community Media, because you are the town hall. You're the place where people go in Arlington to the access station to find out what's going on in Arlington. It's a part of democracy. It's a part of each community's identity, and ACMi does it better than almost anybody across the whole country every single day. So I thank you, and I thank all the volunteers that make ACMi the special place it is in Arlington and a model for the rest of the country.
For ACMi News, I'm Jeff Barnes.
Senator Markey continues to be a chief advocate for community media in Massachusetts and across the nation. In a time where media centers face increased demand for services and a simultaneous decrease in funding, coupled with the ongoing pandemic. The Protecting Community Television Act is a very timely topic of discussion on Capitol Hill.
Recently, ACMi's communications manager James Millan interviewed Arlington Police Chief Julian Flaherty on several topics pertaining to the safety of Arlingtonians. One point in particular Chief Flaherty wished to emphasize is the number of thieves who purloin holiday packages from front doorsteps with just days to go before Christmas. Seems not everyone is in the spirit of giving during the Yuletide season.
So far this month, we've already have seen an increase in package thefts from people's residents. So we want to make sure we get the word out to people that the steps that they can take to protect their packages. We have seen people coming onto property or people's front porches or even in their backyards and taking packages. So we want to make sure people are aware that could happen. We advise people, if they can, to open up a PO box and have their packages delivered there. Another great tip is to set up notifications. So if you order something from Amazon or another store, you can set up notifications so you'll get a text message or an email when that package is delivered. You can also ask your neighbor to be on the lookout for a package and just take it inside until you're able to get home and take the package. And we also have been telling people to look into camera systems. You can find fairly inexpensive cameras on Amazon or other stores, and they're really easy to set up. And not only is it a deterrence, if somebody is about to walk onto your property and they see a camera out your window, it's a deterrence, but it's also could assist if you were the victim of some type of crime. It could assist in locating that person. The only other thing I want to say about that is if you do feel like you're a victim of some type of package theft, you should immediately contact the store or the company that you ordered the merchandise from, and then you can contact the Arlington Police Department and we'll send an officer out and conduct an investigation.
Well, thank you very much for that. That I think is going to be very useful for people to know, hearing all of those pointers that you just gave. And I am curious about one thing, which is I imagine that this is obviously a seasonal phenomenon. In other words, as people's packages tend to increase around this time of year, that this is something that can happen. Is this trending towards getting worse here in town or more broadly, or is this just basically the kind of thing that happens at Christmas time each year?
Right. So historically, around November and December each year, we see an increase in package thefts because more people are doing holiday shopping and having packages delivered to their front porch. So again, those reminders, if you just ask the companies to deliver to a neighbor or a PO box, I think that would be really, really helpful.
You can see James's entire interview with Chief Flaherty. Just go to our website, acmi.tv.
Despite the near 60-degree temperatures, ACMi held its Christmas tree lighting ceremony this week, and there were many revelers showing up to celebrate. It was the largest crowd ever for this annual Arlington event. And as usual, it did not disappoint. You could say everyone had a holly jolly Christmas. Why? Simple, it's the best time of the year.
Saturday, December 11th, Mass Ave's busy sidewalks were dressed in holiday style. In the Heights, there was a feeling of Christmas. Just up the street at 85 Park Ave, they were stringing the lights in front of the ACMi building.
Things are going great. I'm just tangling 50-foot cable right now, but it's good. It's coming along great.
If it's not for you, we don't have a Christmas celebration on Saturday.
That's true. Christmas must go on. The tree lighting must happen.
And after a 2-year hiatus from social distancing, roughly 250 revelers showed up, needing a little Christmas right this very minute, and not to disappoint.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This was the largest crowd yet for this timeless yearly ACMi Yuletide tradition. Kids from 1 to 92 came for the cookies, candy, love and joy, hot cider, and of course, the music.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to me.
And why do you like the tree lighting so much, and why do you like December, man? You got a big December coming up here.
Christmas. You get them presents and you get them cookies.
You get the presents, you get the cookies. Now I understand one of your parents is Jewish, so you also celebrated Hanukkah, correct? So you get a twofer on December.
Yeah, I do.
How's that feel? That must be so cool.
It feels amazing.
What do you like so much about the tree lighting? What do you like so much about the holidays, December, and all the celebrations going on?
The food.
You like the food?
Definitely.
Typical guy.
Yep. It's like celebrating, and it's a fun time to like get together, and I don't know, it's just really fun.
My favorite season ever.
Bar none.
What?
Better than Easter, better than Passover, Hanukkah. How about Halloween?
Better than all of it. I love Christmas a lot.
Now why?
Just because there's snow, there's presents, and it's just really fun.
The ACMi tree lighting jammed nearby streets in town, which required 3 wise men, traffic cops. Motorists only paused for a moment when they heard one holler,
"Wait, Doug, wait!"
What's it like directing traffic out here? Have you seen so many people here before?
No, I like it. It's a beautiful night, lots of people out, lots of families celebrating. I love it.
COVID hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came. Somehow or other, it came just the same.
I think people are really ready to get out there and celebrate and see people and have a Christmas and holiday spirit.
After the Yuletide delectables were all gone, some celebrants still decided to stay in the warm glow of the Park Avenue trees. Christmas Day will always be, just as long as we have we.
As you can clearly see, bah humbug was nowhere in the vicinity of Park Avenue on this very special holiday night.
What's happening down Mass Ave at Arlington High School as we get ready for the holidays? Let's go to Arlington High for a look at this week's Ponderscope.
Welcome back to the Ponderscope, your Arlington High School news, updates, and more. Spirit Week is next week from December 20th to 23rd. The themes are the following. Monday is Pajama Day, Tuesday is Holiday Hats, Wednesday is Winter Whiteout, and Thursday is Ugly Sweaters. There will also be free hot cocoa in the courtyard during X Block on Tuesday for Spirit Week. Make sure you remember so you can show your school spirit. The literary magazine is now accepting submissions. If you're interested in having your artwork or writing published, be sure to ask your English teacher for the submission form link. The deadline for submissions is January 7th. The Battle of the Bands will take place on Friday, January 28th at the Regent Theater. If you're interested in performing at the event, email Paul McKnight for more information. The yearbook is still available for purchase. If you're interested in purchasing a yearbook, check the yearbook link from the Student Life page on the Arlington High School website for more information. After winter break, the yearbook's price will increase from $65 to $85, so don't be slow. The Global Competence Program is inviting students to come to an informational meeting on this Tuesday, December 21st at 3 p.m. in room 504. If you are a global citizen or are interested in becoming one, make sure to attend. Thanks for watching, and that's all for this week's edition of the Ponderscope.
It was kickstands up for more than 200 bicyclists at the Kickstand Cafe on a beautiful December Sunday morning. Time to do some serious dressing up, caroling, and of course, pedaling.
22 miles of pedaling, all for a great cause. ACMi News Director Jeff Barn was there.
What do you do when you have roughly 250 bicyclists who are outfitted to the nines with holiday regalia, solar-powered on a beautiful Sunday morning, and then fuel-injected with high-octane caffeine? You let them loose, then lead, follow, or do what I did. Get the heck out of the way.
So it's 25 years we've been doing it, and it started out as the simple kind of let's go for a bike ride and sing Christmas carols, and it turned into this event that we've never canceled in 25 years. They've always had it second week of Sunday, and we pretty much just dress in costumes. We ride all the way down to Faneuil Hall. We Christmas carol all along the way, and then we come back, and that's pretty much it.
This is the 25th year for the Ciclismo Classico Jingle Ride. This quarter-century-old Yuletide tradition starts and ends at the bicycle-friendly Kickstand Cafe in Arlington. In between, the Santas, elves, reindeer, and yes, even the mighty abominable will be pedaling 22 hefty miles.
Now, cyclists here at the Jingle Ride this year are taking the Minuteman Bikeway. Then they're going to Harvard Square. From Harvard Square, they're going to the Esplanade in Boston, then Boston Common, Newbury Street, and then back here to Arlington. And after being cooped up for 2 years and having a beautiful day today, these guys are bicycle pumped up. You looking forward to the ride?
I am part of the ride. It's going to be caroling like it's never been caroled before. Carol!
Just ignore her. There's one in every group.
This is magical. This is one of my most favorite events of the year. It's where we just have a great time. Music, costumes, singing. It doesn't get better.
Look at these people around.
Yeah,
Take a look. It's
best.
amazing. This is
the best.
all this energy and all these people in the spirit, and there's a cause. Let's do this.
In Arlington, it appeared as though these Christmas peddlers were competing in the Tour de France. By the time they got to Boston, however, it was more like the Tour de España.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad, prospera año, felicidad. Woo!
In the spirit of the holiday, riders were encouraged to give a $25 suggested donation to benefit Horizons for Homeless Children, a marvelous nonprofit that helps alleviate the trauma of homelessness on children and their families.
I mean, the biggest benefit is that it's free, it's easy, it makes people happy, it's the Christmas spirit, and that's what it's all about.
So as these bikers pedal down the street, they say hello to friends they know and everyone they meet. And since this is all for a great cause, every time you hear a bell ring along this 22-mile bike path, an angel will, well, you know the rest of the story. For ACMi News, I'm Jeff Barnes.
That will do it for this week's edition of ACMi News. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Anim Osmani.
And I'm Paul Werlin. We leave you tonight with some pretty cool homes and lawns decked out for Christmas and the New Year. And a poetic Christmas wish from all of us at ACMi. Here's wishing all of our viewers a very happy, safe, and healthy Yuletide season.
And our sincere thanks to you for following ACMi News and all the hyperlocal programming we air here at ACMi. And we wish you the best in the coming new year. Good night and have a very Merry Christmas.
Stay safe and Happy New Year, everyone.
'Twas the week before Christmas, when all through the heights, Christmas trees and their plentiful beacons pierced through the night. Decorations were strewn over Arlington with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. 85 Park Ave, where the crowds gathered round, where cookies and candy and cider were found. Crowds of bikers also gathered in town, dissing the sleigh ride for something more profound. What to my wondering eyes fell on Yuletide apparel? It was Yeti speaking English, and the abominable said,
Carol!
Carol, as in Christmas songs you say so proud? How about ACMI station manager Norm MacLeod?
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the one.
Matching Mr. Crosby note for note, the crowds gave Norm a nod and their Yuletide vote. Back to the bikers, we give them a nod, 'cause they can pedal and sing
Feliz Navidad!
Now it's the winter solstice, the year's nearly through. Well wishes to Mr. Potter even.
And that goes for you, too.
And if you have yet to get your holiday fill, how about a greeting from Capitol Hill?
This is Senator Ed Markey. Merry Christmas this year. Whether it's Uncle Sam or it's Santa Claus, Arlington is a place that really should know that Christmas is a special place. But I feel in Arlington it's all year round, just a very special community.
And with a jolly old laugh and a wink of our eye, Merry Christmas to all from ACMi.